Hey, what's up guys? My name is Oscar and welcome back to a brand new video. This video we're going to be going over my kit, specifically my black setup. This is one of my more recent setups and I absolutely love it. One of the reasons why I love it so much is because of how cheap it is. It's cheap because I got pretty much all of this from AliExpress. Honestly, I didn't know that AliExpress can be so good to create an airsoft setup like this. But if you know how to do it right, then you can create something super cool looking like this. Anyway, let's get right into it. All right, so first up we have the BDU or battle dress uniform. So on the bottom, I have 511 tactical pants. I love 511. They're a little bit pricey, but they're one of those companies where there's a lot of sales going on. So be sure to wait for a sale to come on, then buy it. This is one of the few things that isn't from AliExpress. That's because I have a very specific fit that I need. I'm quite a skinny guy and I have quite long legs. So it's very difficult for me to find pants that fit me, which Chinese AliExpress places don't usually offer. But unlike the pants, this shirt is actually from AliExpress, and the material that it's made up of is actually not even that bad. On the body here, it's actually quite soft, and on the arms and the shoulders here, it has a much stiffer material, and that's good because actually it protects my arms from BB shots, so I don't get as big of a welt or I don't bleed as much as I usually do if it's completely bare, like a t-shirt for instance. And of course, on my right arm, I have a custom Osked patch. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's keep going. First, let's start with the belt. There we go. So this is my belt for my black setup. So on the right hand side here, I have my pistol. Right now I'm running the SSE-18 from Novrich, but soon I want to replace it with an actual gas gun because right now this is an electric pistol. As you see here, there's no battery in it right now. I want to replace it. I thought I was gonna like this thing a lot more. Don't get me wrong, I love this pistol. It's just not the right one for me. Anyway, moving on. Here in the front, I have a pouch. Mainly, I designated it for a banger. Something along these lines. So there we go, I can just open it up, put it in, and close it right back up. There we go. And as you see, I actually have a couple more spots for these going around my kit. So here on my left-hand side, first we have an angled mag pouch. This is like a competition mag pouch. That's why it's angled. It's designed to be a very quick draw. It doesn't work for the magazines of my electric pistol, but for like the SSP-18, which is the gas pistol, it does work. It also can work with high kappa magazines as well. I also have another angled mag pouch here. Again, it's angled just because of body biomechanics. As you see, when my hand comes here, it doesn't come straight up and down, it comes at an angle. That's why I have it at an angle, just so I can quickly put it in. And here I actually have another mag pouch. This is for my rifle. You see, so right here, I can use the beer can grip to grab it right here. So you see here I have a magazine, I can just put it in. If I have my rifle, I can just go here and put it in. So that's that mag pouch. And also I have one more thing on this belt. Right here on the back, I have a pouch. And this pouch is mainly just designed for miscellaneous items. But again, I designated this one for my phone, my car key, and my wallet. Just because I want to have those things on me at all times, just in case. I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I lost those things on the field or someone stole them. That's why I keep those things on me at all times. When it comes to my car key, I only just keep the fob itself. I don't keep all the keys just because it rattles too much and it's too heavy. It just takes up too much space as well. So that's my belt. Now let's move on to the plate carrier. And there we go. This is my black setup plate carrier. Like I mentioned, this is all very cheaply bought from AliExpress, and that's why I love it so much. That's why I love this kit, because if you know what you're doing, you can make a badass looking kit for very cheap from places like AliExpress. Anyway, let's get right into it. So right at the front, I have my 3 mag pouch carrier, my placard here. All right, so now that I put magazines into it, you can see it much more clearly. Here I have my 3 mags right here, easily accessible at all times. And right here to the left-hand side, I have an extra mag pouch for miscellaneous items, like if I want to put a flashlight in there, or an extra pistol magazine, or a Leatherman or something like that, I definitely can do that. Also, to my left-hand side on the cummerbund here, I have a spot for another banger. So let me take the one from my front here, and I'll show you. There we go. So then I would just unclip this and clip it down. This is very useful when going on larger events where they allow me to use bangers and stuff. Also, another thing that I cannot forget about is this radio right here. So this radio is just a regular Baofeng UV5R, and these things are great. You can get them on Amazon or AliExpress or whatever for like 20 bucks a pop. I have the Abri antenna on them, like a medium length. Again, everything will be listed down in the description. These are also really cheap. On AliExpress, you can get them for like $3 or $4. Definitely get the extended range. Also, recently I bought something really cool for the UV5R, and it's this exoskeleton. It's 3D printed, which is okay, and it just screws into the back here where the clip for the radio would usually go, like if you want to put on your belt or something. Of course, I took that off to slim it down because then I use a radio wing pouch to slip it in. Actually, this is not technically a radio wing pouch. It's like an AR-15 mag pouch, but it fits the UV5R absolutely perfectly, and of course similar radios as well. So I just plug it in into my PTT, which I have right here. I just plug it in, and then I shove it in, and then I can talk to my teammates using the microphone that I have on my helmet, which I'll go over in a minute. And now moving around to the back, I have a very minimalistic setup back there. That's because when I'm sitting down, I don't want anything impeding me because there's a lot of downtime when playing Airsoft. That's why when I'm sitting down or something like that, I don't want anything to be interfering with me in the back. But as you see, apart from the nice flag patch, I have an extra pouch down here. You might be wondering, what the heck is this for? This pouch is actually for my HPA bottle, which is actually for my carbine kit whenever I'm running that. So there we go. Now I just put it in and then you can see how it works. So I have the hose line going out through here, and then I can run it into my HPA setup. So I will make another video going over all of my guns and how I use them, but in this video, we're just going over my kit. Anyway, so now that's the HPA bottle right here. And one thing that I missed in the front was actually this pouch right here. This is like an admin pouch. It's called a dangler. And what's really cool about this is that I store even more grenades and stuff in here. So I have this spring grenade, which is cool because it's reusable. You just open up the bottom. This was like $7, again, on AliExpress. So I just put some BBs down in there, close it up, and then it's activated by force, by an impact. So I can just pull the pin. It does nothing. See, this pin doesn't do anything. All it does is just make sure it doesn't go off, obviously, but then once it hits the ground, it explodes like this. There we go, just like that. And then it fans out to be open and propels the BBs out and therefore killing your enemies. Also, this pouch can hold a few other things like some electrical tape or some like a small boo-boo kit if you're into that. Another grenade here. Also, it can store a tourniquet on the bottom. Of course, in Airsoft, it's not that useful, but I wanted this setup to be as realistic as possible, so that's why I have it down there for the cool factor as well, of course. That's very important in Airsoft because Airsoft, it's functionality, it's also a fashion show, so we can't skimp out on that as well. Just gonna close that up. All right, cool. Now let's move on to the helmet. And there we go. So now this is my black setup helmet. This is really cool because again, all of this is from AliExpress, so it's super cheap. Actually though, this helmet is from Amazon, but everything else is from AliExpress, with one exception as well. These ear mores are actually from Amazon as well. That's because it's worth it, in my opinion, to get the better ear protection. I'll leave in the description exactly which model it is. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then I just have a multicam black camo cover for my helmet, which in my opinion looks really cool with the fully black and just gonna kind of give some contrast to the overall setup. Also on the top of my head, I have a light, and this light is pretty cool. Also, it's for the cool factor as well, but also if we're playing when it's dark or in a dark environment, such as indoors with no lighting, it can be useful for your teammates to know who you are so that they won't shoot you thinking you're the enemy. And also in the back, I have a pouch. That pouch is specifically designed to run a battery for my GoPro because as you can see, I've actually run a cable here to the front, and this plugs in to the GoPro with a right angle adapter so that the cable is just not sticking out and doesn't get caught on something and break, for instance. I don't have my GoPro on right now, but I'll put a picture on screen right now of a picture with me wearing the GoPro. And actually right now is a great time to tell you guys about my Instagram. That's because I take pictures and post them on Instagram of me wearing my kit, me playing Airsoft, behind the scenes, all kinds of stuff. be sure to follow me on Instagram, link in the description. All right, so as you can see, I have my microphone and my straps not strapped in. That's because there's one piece missing, and that's my Face Pro. Let me show you that right now. There we go, that's my Face Pro. Now, my voice might be a bit muffled because of the face protection, but bear with me. Okay, so now that I have this on, I can put the microphone down just so that my teammates can actually hear me. And actually, this is made up of two parts. It's one right now, but that's because I actually modded it. This is actually just a regular off-the-shelf pair of goggles. This down here is also an off-the-shelf component. But guess what? These two I put together via zip ties. So as you can see right now, all I did was I drilled some holes inside of the goggles to then thread some zip ties through the face protection, which I also took the straps off just so that it's only one piece that I have to take off. This is great for my helmet setup. That's because it's very easy to take off. Let me show you right now how easy it is to take off. And just like that, it's off. So you can see it's one piece. And everything is held in via the goggle strap. I love this setup right here. This is one of the best things I've made. I highly recommend everyone does this, especially if you're running a helmet. But now there's still one thing missing. Some gloves. So here they are. These are mechanics gloves. I swear by these things. I love mechanics. I've had mine for like a couple years now and I love them, Coyote Brown, but I got some black ones for my black setup. These are quite cheap and that's why I like them, but these are tried and tested. Again, I'll leave in the description exactly which ones I use, but I know I use the Fast Fit because for me, getting these things on and off is crucial. These things I take off the most in Airsoft. All of this stuff I usually leave on for the most part, but the gloves I take off a lot. So see how easy these are to take off? I just slip them off. And then there's a pull tab. I can just take my other hand with the pull tab and just slip it right in. And look, I've got the glove on. It's extremely simple and extremely fast and easy to do, especially on the field when you're, it's because sometimes I forget to put the glove on until right last second of when I'm going into the game. So I gotta make sure to slip these on really fast. Also, another cool thing on my kit that I didn't mention earlier is this hook right here. On the front of my placard here, on my plate carrier, I have this hook. And that's really great. And that's another thing why I like the Fast Fit. They have these convenient hooks. I could just hook them right in and close it up. And you see, I got my gloves hooked on right there. I absolutely love this, and this I use all the time. Again, I don't want to keep my gloves on all the time in between the games, so I take them off, put them here. I also put my face protection onto this hook as well, just let it dangle, and I can use my phone, talking to people, or whatever I need to do. So another thing on my arms is my watch. I actually have this super cheap watch. This I actually got from Temu, but I'm sure you can get something similar from AliExpress. It's a very simple sports, like active watch here. And again, I absolutely love this thing. It was like 10 or 15 bucks, super cheap. I love this because I don't have to care about it. And if it gets shot out or whatever, it doesn't even matter. But as you can see, I actually wear it on backwards. First of all, it looks cool, but the actual reason is so that it doesn't get shot out. Because if you have it, if I'm reaching out right here with a rifle, it actually, someone can shoot that and don't get shot out. So that's why I have it on the inside, because on the inside it's extremely unlikely that someone will hit the inside of my wrist. Let's see the full setup with the rifle. First, let me put on my gloves. Now that I have my gloves on, let me get my rifle. And there we go. Here's my finished black setup for Airsoft. Again, I'll go over all of my guns that I use in a future video, so be sure to stick around for that. But anyway, here I'm just gonna load up my thing. Again, these are empty, there's no batteries in it, just to be clear. But there we go. This is my finished setup, even with the flashlight. So one thing I will say is that I use a sling. This is crucial, especially if you have a sidearm. That's so I can drop it and pull out my sidearm, and then I can break up my primary once again. Also, another advantage of the sling is, again, like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of downtime in Airsoft. That's why I just prefer to drop it sometimes and just let it hang while I'm walking to the game or from the game back to the respawn, just so I don't have to keep carrying the rifle the whole time, because that gets annoying. Because you have to keep holding it, hold it by your side or whatever. That's annoying. So I just like to drop it when I'm not using it. Anyway, guys, that is my full black kit setup for Airsoft. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to leave a breakdown of my entire kit here in the description of the video. So be sure to smash that like button and the subscribe button, and let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see next. And apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.